Three, two, one.
Hi! Welcome to a React car video.
Made to you by Drew Gooden. Our car is getting dumber.
Ooh, okay.
So,
I don't know who this person is.
I saw this video. I thought it'd be interesting to react to.
Okay.
Since I'm kind of a car guy myself.
Yeah.
And I hate new cars sometimes.
Alright.
So let's go.
I want to start this video by telling you about something very dumb that I did
It's not too
recently.
loud on
I'm
there,
going to
is
preface the
it?
story
No.
by saying that this was entirely my fault. There are probably 50 things I could have done differently to avoid what ended up happening, but I didn't, and that's on me. So I got a new car last month. For most of my adult
Congratulations.
life, I've been driving a 2012 Honda Civic that I bought from CarMax in 2015. I'll never forget the day I rolled up to my job at Popeyes and felt like the coolest guy in the parking lot. Took the Max part of the sticker off so it just said car on the...
I always tear that shit off. I hate...
He kept the car part though. I guess he wanted to make sure everyone knows what it identifies as.
By the way, I still got my 2014 F-150 I bought brand new, so...
Yes, I
And-
love Truckee. We gotta make it into a
Had lot of fun
waifu
back
car.
then. And even though this car was very reliable for pretty much the entire time I had it, it was starting to show its age, and I got to a point where I kind of just wanted something that felt nicer to be in. So I splurged a little bit, traded it in for one of the coolest sports cars on the market right now, a 2021 Hyundai Sonata.
What was that?
It's a Hyundai. I hope that's the one where it doesn't have the motor problems, because Hyundai has an issue with the motors blowing up in them, like my father's car did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the that Honda that Shelly had, the freaking motor went out.
Oh,
At
seriously?
like 60,000 miles.
Wow.
Luckily, it was under warranty and got replaced for free, but still.
Oh yeah, I'll never forget the day you told me about how your dad's nice red Mustang got hit by some asshole.
Oh, that's another story for another day.
Why don't we know that now?
Oh yeah, my dad's got like a convertible Mustang, like a 2012 or 2013 that he likes. Going to a car show to show it off. Someone clipped him and then drove off.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad will go ballistic and did about 100 miles an hour down Leavenworth Road to go chase the guy down.
But he didn't get to him, did he?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you don't want to wreck the car more.
No, he got to him. Turns out the guy,
Had no insurance.
no, he had a fake tag.
Oh.
A fake paper tag.
Oh, so he was just illegal all around.
Never found out. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Well, that's not the dumb part. There are so many things about this car that are massive upgrades over what I had before. There's a rear view camera, there's blind spot indicators, I don't have to plug my phone
looked
in
like a
anymore to play
pancake
music.
car.
It beeps at me if I move 1 inch in either direction on the highway. It's a great car. But there are also things about cars made in the past decade that aren't necessarily better, they're just different. For one, why as a society did we get rid of the Prindle? I have
The
spent the
Prindle?
past 50
You mean the shifter?
Is it like another language thing of what that thing's called?
Remember when we had Orangey, the shifter, and then we got Snow Cow, and it has the... I got a
Oh, the little dial thing.
I got a 2019 Fusion,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a dial.
Yeah, I don't really...
Even then, it's still... I've had that car 4 years, and it still throws me off.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're switching between the truck and then the car. So, yeah.
Another thing I hate about... One thing that's weird... Okay, Snow Cow has the push button like most new cars, but my truck still has the key, like an old key. How many times I get in the truck and I go, oh, my keys are in the pocket, it's not starting.
15 years of my life building the muscle memory of yanking around my car's joystick to tell it where to go.
Yep.
And now it's just buttons?
No,
I don't have the
that's
muscle-
different.
Button... Oh, I'm a truck driver for a living. Newer trucks are automatic, and some trucks have push buttons like that.
Oh.
So, and that throws me off. I think the
Oh.
Volvos have them. Some older KWs, I think, have them too.
Huh.
But most of them are a shifter on the console. It's something I have to explain later.
Muscle memory for that. I'm starting to develop some due to time.
What does the
passing, but
Thunderbird
for the
have?
first couple weeks I
A
owned
shifter
this
on the
car,
column.
I would have
Okay,
to
so it's
stop
just
looking
normal.
this way so I could look down and see where the
Oh.
backward
Oh,
button is.
no. That seems kind of, hazardous.
Yeah.
I mean, pushing button would be a lot easier, but at the same time, if you had to take the moment to look down at it, yeah.
When you're not used to it.
Yeah.
Like when I switch, I normally drive a Freightliner at work, and they have the shifter on the columns where it's like a little switch. Anytime I got into like a Volvo, I immediately go grabbing it, not thinking about it. It throws me off.
So that brings me to my story. 6 days after I bought this car, I was leaving a U-Haul storage facility and the exit gate was open. Now, I've been there enough to know that sometimes, even though the exit gate is supposed to close, it'll just not. So I gave it a couple seconds, decided, yeah, it's gonna stay open, and started driving forward. And you will never guess what happened the exact moment I made that decision. Yeah, gate started closing. So naturally, I'm like, uh-oh, this gate is going to hit my new used car. I should move out of the way. So I hit the reverse button, start accelerating, and my car moves forward. Now, if you've ever been operating a motor vehicle that starts moving in the opposite direction that you intended it to, you probably know about the panic that sets in. And I was running out of time. I could feel the gate inching nearer and nearer. So in the heat of the moment, I very wisely decided to do the exact same thing that didn't work the first time.
Why?
Hit the reverse button, hit the gas pedal, and once again,
but
the
why?
car moves forward.
No!
The only thing I've managed to do is get more in the path.
Oh,
Before I
no.
could try my foolproof strategy a third time, it crashed into the side of my car, and the alarm went off, and made a big old scratch that'll probably cost a couple $100 to get buffed out and repainted. I don't know the exact amount yet because I'm too embarrassed to tell anyone what happened. Anyway, I've had about a month now to process this, and I'm of two minds. On one hand, it is kind of hilarious that I waited 9 years to buy a new car and I couldn't even get through one full week without fucking it up. I would love to see the security footage of me stopping in front of a closing gate, quickly accelerating, stopping, accelerating again, stopping again.
That would be me.
Yelling, God damn it.
Oh,
It probably
no.
looked really fun. But then
I
on
don't
the other
drive.
hand, I am kind of like, well, what the fuck
Cars
happened?
scare
It's like,
me.
I know that I hit the reverse button 2 separate times, and both times my car just decided not to do it.
I tried recreating this exact scenario in a
I'm
parking
gonna
lot to
pause it to
pinpoint
explain. There's probably, because we have the same thing on our big rigs at work, you got to push the brake in for it to shift, and he probably didn't push the brake in for it to shift.
Oh, that seems more tedious.
Well, they don't think you... He'll explain it.
Okay.
where I went wrong. And my best guess is just that I hit the accelerator and the reverse button at the same time, which triggered the car's computer to be like, hey, you can't do that. You're gonna hurt the transmission. Let's hurt the side of the car instead.
And like, it's a good thing that there's a mechanism.
To be fair, that is better to scratch the car than to break the transmission. By the way,
That probably costs more to fix.
you want to shout out a new follower of ours on Twitch?
We have a thing?
A new follower.
There's a thing? Hello thing. Are they actually watching, or did they just click a button?
Well, it's a follower, a new follower.
I don't know what that means.
The name right there.
Hi. Okay, okay, it's Baby G3 Girly. That's cute.
Thank you for following. Thank you for following us on Twitch.
Baby 3 Girly. Wait.
Anyway,
Mechanism in place to prevent the car from changing gears when you're moving too quickly. If I hit the reverse button while driving 70 miles per hour down the highway, I actually would want my car to ignore that. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
there's a similar mechanism in my old car. The difference is, though, that if this exact scenario happened while I was driving that one, there would have been physical feedback to tell me it was still in drive, and maybe I would have been less likely to floor it twice. In order
So
to
if
get
I
the same
tried
confirmation from a
driving
button,
one
you
of
have
these
to
cars,
press it,
I would be
look down
more
at the
screwed
dashboard, find
than
the part that
just
indicates
trying to
what
learn to
gear the car
drive
is in,
the
process
normal
that
car,
information,
yeah?
and
Yeah.
then react accordingly. And even if you can do all that very quickly, it still takes longer to send that information to your brain than if you can just feel where
Yeah,
the
yeah,
head is.
yeah, yeah.
I'm the dumbass here. There are so many things.
Oh,
I could
no,
have
no,
done
no,
differently.
no.
If
I
I
could
had just
not.
immediately accelerated
I have
as soon as
to
I got the
process
gate,
in
I
my
would have made it
brain
through with
to think about going left and right.
Yeah.
I'm slow. That's why cars scare me. I will get into an accident. That's why I tell you, I can't do it. I can't drive. They're scary. I almost had a panic attack that one day when we were trying to teach me to drive, and there was like this lane that was.
You turned into a place I didn't want you to turn into.
I know. I didn't understand. I couldn't figure it out, and I was scared. I was like, I just want to stop moving. I just want to stop, because it was like there was a train track, and there was like the way the lane was foreign to me, and it scared me. So I just needed to park and be like, no, I can't do this. I don't like vehicles.
time to spare. I also could have taken 3 extra seconds to just type my code in. I even could have stayed in bed all day and never gone anywhere near this gate, and that would have been a better decision too. But unfortunately, I didn't do any of those things. I did this, and I'm gonna have to live with that.
Yeah.
For the rest of my life. But my funny little mishap got me thinking about all these things I've seen over the past couple of years of people getting screwed over by like modern features in their cars, and it made me want to do some research about it. And my takeaway is that while it would be untrue to say that
Fusion,
cars have gotten worse,
Fusion or
I do
Focus? I
think
keep
they've
getting those.
gotten
Fusion.
dumber.
Fusion.
I looked
Okay.
up why
Our
cars
Fusion
made
isn't
the
a
shift from
touchscreen,
the-
is it? Or is it? Or
It's a mixture of two.
because it's also a hybrid car, yeah.
No, it's not hybrid. What is?
Okay.
But
Oh, I'm thinking of the Prius. We used
even
to
the Prius
have.
don't have touchscreen.
No, I mean like that one was the hybrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prindle stick to just buttons, or a touchscreen on the ceiling, or a wheel that's right next to the
That's what I got on my
knob
car.
that hopefully has never caused a hilarious but unfortunate accident.
Except
And it turns out
that
the main
yours
reason
is
just
where
that
the
stick is
shifter
not
would be.
necessary.
Yeah.
It's not up
Because you're
there
not
where
physically
the
changing the gear,
like.
you're just
No, that'd be horrible. You're wanting to turn up the
I saw a
music,
joke.
and no, you want to turn up your music because you're jamming and you're having a good time, and then you're putting it
Or
all.
a really shitty song comes on and you turn it off. What? What?
No. It would be in the passion of jamming where you would fuck that up. I'm telling you. Especially me. That would be me. I'd be reaching over like, oh, I love this song. Let me turn it up. And then I use the wrong dial and I kill us both.
I get it. You know, I'm not here to stand in the way of progress. I just think that if you have to create a new problem in order to fix something that wasn't really a problem to begin with, you're not being as innovative as you might think you are. Without a
If
doubt,
it's
my
not
biggest
broke,
personal
don't
gripe with
fix
how cars
it.
are made now is
Oh.
touchscreen dashboards. Almost 80% of new cars in 2022 had some kind of touchscreen display built into it. It's just the norm now. And on the surface, it seems like an improvement. I mean, obviously, this is more advanced technology than this.
Not when it can
Gross.
cause
This one doesn't
death.
even
It's
have
not
12
an
different gears I can
improvement.
flip through to
Cars
try
are
to
not
get my friends to go
phones.
down. It just
or
doesn't
video
make much
games.
sense to me when there's already such a massive increase in distracted driving and
Yeah.
accidents and deaths
Yep.
that happen
Yep.
because of it, that they're adding this thing into cars that you literally have to look at
What the-
to be able
Oh
to...
What
no!
is that?
What is?
Is that? What is that in? Like a? But it looks like a pickup. But look at all the menus you got to push.
Oh no!
You got to push the menu to control the air.
Don't make cars more complicated. You need to make them more simple.
Oh.
They're not a phone or a computer or a TV
Or a tablet.
or anything else. They're a thingy that you can use to kill people with if you're not careful.
to use. There's a Swedish magazine that ran this test a couple years ago where they had people drive 12 different cars down the highway and timed how long it took for them to complete the same series of tasks in each of them.
What?
And the winner by far was a 2005 Volvo. Now this doesn't
Good
mean
for you,
that
Mr. Carr.
2005 Volvo is the best car. It just means that for basic tasks like changing a radio station or turning the AC on,
Yeah.
physical buttons that you can memorize the location are the
Yes.
quickest and safest way to do those things. You don't have to look away from the road to be able to
Yeah.
find where the button is. I think ideally modern cars are built with the right combination of actual buttons for basic tasks.
That's
and
like the
touchscreen
Fusion.
for more
Where
advanced
it's
features,
just
most
the
of
right
which you
combination.
don't really need to use while driving.
Oh,
And it does seem like some of the
no.
companies that maybe over-embraced this technology a few years ago have started to peel back and find a happy medium. But what absolutely drives me crazy is cars that have consolidated the entire dashboard into one giant iPad. Windshield.
Oh, no.
The same guy who supposedly fixed Twitter designed that mess.
Oh, wait, Elon Musk?
Yeah, the same guy who took over Twitter designed that. That's a Tesla.
Baby, no. They tell you not to play on your phone when you're driving.
Look at
not
that.
add a phone to your driving.
Oh, no, look at the screen. Wipers.
What?
You know how you had trouble figuring out the wipers on the seat?
Yes.
You have to look down and press a button to get to flip to a menu to get your wipers to work.
No. Murder. It's murder car.
We put it on the touchscreen. Want to turn the air down a little bit? We put it on the touchscreen.
What?
The irony of these kinds
What's
of
going on over
interfaces is
there?
that they give the illusion of luxury. This certainly seems like the more innovative option until you realize that the main reason they're so prevalent in cars now is because it is the cheapest way to build one.
It actually costs a lot of money to engineer all of these buttons and switches and to have the wire and the software. It's a lot
Don't we
cheaper.
It is
want the
more
cars to be
expensive to produce
cheaper?
actual knobs and
Yeah,
buttons
and
than
it's
it is to
cheaper
just
to
throw every
make
function
the
onto one
screen.
Make it compatible with Apple CarPlay and call it a day. And then when something goes wrong, it's just a software problem. We'll figure it out. Or maybe we have to replace the entire thing and it's going to be $4,000.
What?
And I didn't even mention the fact that if the screen does end up malfunctioning in a car that's entirely reliant on it, it's not just a minor inconvenience, it means you can't drive.
What?
So you wasted a bunch of money on a car that's not going to even work. And now you have to dump more money into it to try to get
That's
it
called
to
a
work.
warranty. You're buying this car back from me.
Oh, no.
The car until it gets fixed. Some of the extra hoops I've seen people have to jump through in order to accomplish basic tasks now are mind-boggling. You know how sometimes you have the AC on, but it ends up blasting right into your hand, so you have to reach over and change the direction of the bend? Well, that's
Yes.
fucking dumb, okay? That's how a caveman would do it.
Oh,
It makes
no.
way more sense to go on over to the car tablet, find the AC control button, select the air vent
No.
you want to change, and then drag it
What?
where you want
No.
it to go. All while
No.
tunneling through a school zone. While watching
No.
videos of car dashboards, I happened upon this 1989 Toyota, and there's something so beautiful about it. Look at that
Simple.
subtle burgundy interior, the tasteful
Oh,
thickness of
look
the
how
buttons.
nice and simple.
I'll show you my 65 T-Bird and all the how the layout is on that.
Oh yeah, is it? Okay. So out of the 3 cars you have, which one's the easiest to drive?
Well, Fusion, because I'm so used to it. Truck is that right perfect where it's modern enough, but it doesn't have any touchscreens, all buttons.
Right.
So, T-Bird is still kind of hard to drive because it was
Oh.
made in the 60s, but even still, it's because there's less shit to fuck with in that car.
Right. Okay, but say if a new person was trying to drive, which would be easier to drive if they had like no prior knowledge to any?
The truck.
Okay, the truck. Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think I did prefer driving a truck, even though I hate how big it is, because it's scary. Because then they fear that I will hit.
Hey, I got mud tires. You just drive over that shit.
Oh my god. It even has a seatbelt. But I'm aware that I'm over romanticizing.
My dad had a car like that.
A little bit.
What?
If I truly wanted a car that looked like this, I could have just bought one. Like, I do want modern features. I do want a car that's able to do the things that my phone can do. But if these things are implemented in a way that forces you to look away from the road in order to be able to use them, I think we should reconsider how we
What?
got here. At
Would
this rate, it's only
voice
matter of time
command
until
be a
cars start
good
shoving
idea
ads
or
in
a
our face.
bad idea?
Some cars have voice command, but they don't work worth for shit sometimes.
Okay, so it's a good concept idea, but it's not executed good.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. We gotta kill a bunch of people first before we can figure out how to do it right.
More organized online since I started using Opera. The fact that it'll automatically sort my different tab rabbit holes into their own items, so I'm not constantly
Ads.
overwhelmed
Ads on
by
the
the
ad.
uninhibited whims of
I'm
my
not gonna
own
skip it
brain.
'cause that's
It's
kinda rude.
legitimately changed my life.
Is it though, or are you just lazy?
Not only does Opera
Yeah,
have a free
but
ad blocker
both.
built directly into
It's
the
not
browser,
our
but they also have a
ad.
free
Yeah, but we're
VPN
watching his
included
video.
with no additional fees
Okay.
or extensions
But
you
does
need
his
to download. When I
ad
told my
help
grandpa,
him
he
from
Yeah.
our
You know,
video?
back in my day, you had to pay good money for a VPN. Yeah, they're just giving them away for
Hmm?
free.
I'm just trying to use the GPS, man.
And on top of being
We're not
more
popular
functional
enough
and
for
more
ads,
secure,
so
I think
we don't
Opera
have
just
our own
looks
ads.
better. I
We're
love that you can have an
piggybacking on
animated
other people's
wallpaper as
ads.
the background of your
Why?
homepage. I love that
Because
you can
someone's
pin
too
the
lazy to
sidebar
skip
if you
them.
want to keep an Instagram or TikTok page
It is
open,
kind of
or
rude though to
have it
watch
close
someone's video and not
automatically if
skip
you're
their
trying to
ad.
get work
That's just
done
my
and
opinion.
need to
Other
keep the endless
YouTubers
scroll at
do.
arm's length. There's even a
Well, they
battery
can
saver
do it,
feature
then
you
I'm
can
not.
toggle on and off that'll help you get the most out of your laptop before having to get up and finally charge it.
That does sound pretty useful, actually.
Upgrade the way you use the internet. Download Opera for free using my link in the description. If you scroll too far, don't worry. It's also in the pinned comment.
Thank you to Opera for sponsoring today's video.
Wow, I'm convinced. I'm going to download Opera on my computer and smartphone today. Now, where am I? Oh, great.
Oh.
Honey. Yep, I drove into the ocean again.
Cars have been around for about 100 years now, and it kind of seems like maybe we figured out the best way to make them and ran out of ways to meaningfully innovate. But that doesn't really work when you're trying to get people to buy a new one every single year, so you have to find something you can add to make it seem like there's been a big improvement.
Reasonable.
Things like door handles that retract
Why?
into the car, which I guess is
Huh.
cool. I don't know if I've
Would that be helpful at all?
Well, just say a nice winter day when you get a nice ice storm.
Oh, you're right. The handle would be trapped forever.
I've had it where I couldn't get my door open because it got ice coated over it. Wonder what's gonna happen when you can't even get the handle
No.
open.
I guarantee you, that car only exists in Florida and California,
Well, you could take it other places, but yeah.
or maybe Texas. But don't. You would be screwed if you were trying to, like, say, visit family more northern, and okay, say New York. Your car will never be getting into. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
you
never
don't
thought
have
of
to
a
worry about
handle
getting
sticking
stolen
out
that way, I
3/4 of an
guess,
inch
if
as
it's
being an
frozen.
issue, but I'll admit it adds some sleekness to the car, and it's not like it's making things worse, right? What's that? If it gets too cold outside, the handles don't work anymore.
Hey, we were just saying that!
Yeah.
Well, that might not
Pre-watch?
be good.
Oh.
Wait, you already watched this, so you knew where I was going. Wait, or did you bring it up?
Great news,
Wait.
everyone. We've
So-
updated
Did you make
the
me
app so
pre-watch?
you can now get into your car during the winter. So consider
So you have
that
to download an
problem
app to get
solved.
into your car.
Create the problem in the first place. Not taking any questions at this time.
My favorite thing about these door handles is no matter how many times I get an Uber driver that's in a Tesla, I don't know how to get inside. I'm sure it's very simple, but clearly I'm struggling enough as it is. One thing I haven't seen as many people talk about, but has driven me crazy for the past few years is headlights are getting brighter, right? Like, that's not just me. I cannot tell you how many times I've been
yeah.
driving down a 2-lane road at night and a car
That's another
passes me
issue I
with
have. I
headlights
have
so
bad eyesight, and, like, bright lights, like, oh, just looking at that at the screen of the TV hurts. Oh my goodness.
I'm probably that asshole that he's calling out because I have LED lights in my truck and in my Fusion.
No.
At the same time, I drive at an overnight, and I can contest people don't know how to dim their fucking headlights. I've had
Yay.
days I've had splitting eye headaches in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
so unbelievably bright. I cannot see anything for like 10 seconds. Hopefully I'm still in my lane. I guess I'll find out soon. But this really is a double-edged sword, right? Because in theory, brighter headlights should make driving safer because visibility is improved. But I feel like it has to negate a little bit of the safety
Oh.
when those headlights don't just hit the road and instead shine directly into the eyes of oncoming drivers. I looked it up, and the two things that are causing this are, one, manufacturers using LEDs now instead of the softer and yellower halogen bulbs from the last couple decades. LEDs
Would-
tend to be brighter and more compact.
That was what
so
you were
they hit
saying, wasn't
even
it?
harder
Yeah.
when you're staring down the barrel of
What's in
one.
your Thunderbird?
This one for sure.
I actually put LED bulbs in those cars.
You know what? You were saying how simple your Thunderbird is, but now that I think about it, you've been updating so much stuff in it.
Well, to be fair, it still has the feel of an old car, but I put a better radio in it that looks like the old radio. Put fuel injection on it, and I put LED lights in it. So.
It looks like the old radio, but it plays Bluetooth, doesn't it?
Yes. You actually take a phone call on it, too.
Oh, so yeah, you totally modernizing your Thunderbird.
But the other reason for this is a byproduct of something that I think is in itself a problem, which is that cars are so much bigger now than they've ever been. So if you're driving a sedan in the opposite lane of a brand new Suburban, those lights are gonna have to go through your eyeballs in order to hit the road.
Wait. Isn't your Thunderbird like your biggest car? So
No, truck.
well, yeah, because it's a truck, but the Thunderbird's bigger than your Focus.
Fusion.
I keep messing those two up. I'm sorry. Fusion.
It's actually not that much bigger than the Fusion. It's just because of the two-door. It looks bigger.
But it's also fully metal.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be more dangerous?
Yeah.
An older car.
Yeah.
Even though it's...
Even though it has no seatbelts.
Yeah, more dangerous for the people inside now, too.
All right.
Paradoxical about the safety of cars now, where they are much safer than they've ever been,
Yeah.
while also posing more of a threat than they ever have. A brand new truck may have great safety ratings because it's twice as big as every other car around it, but now every other car around it has to worry about getting demolished by a truck that's twice as big.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I want that truck.
Oh,
I want that truck, though.
Wait, is that the newest one? Is that
That's an F-350. Look at that. Look, it's running on some nice tires. I want that truck.
I don't like the color, though.
Yeah.
It's like a poop brown gray.
Yeah, I still want that truck.
Let's make it blue.
Isn't that the same color as our truck?
No. Our truck is just more gray, and it has a sparkle to it.
Yeah.
That one has kind of a brownish with it.
It's probably just the way the light's in it. Anyway.
I guess.
Pedestrian deaths in America have skyrocketed over the past decade, and I don't think it's a coincidence that that's happening while cars continue to get taller and heavier for mostly no reason other than because they can, because there's no regulation.
Is the reason because...
stopping
No.
them from
I
doing
know
it.
what the reason is.
What?
Okay. The cars are getting bigger. Specifically, it's like American cars, right? Are getting bigger.
And also some European and Japanese cars are getting bigger too.
Okay, the Japanese ones don't make sense. But what I'm getting at is the people are getting bigger. Not just fat, I guess, but okay, mostly fat.
Yeah.
But look at you, you're fucking 6'3".
Yeah, and I still fit in the SoCal just fine.
Okay.
And the Prius, the old Prius we had.
Oh.
I fit in that one just fine.
Oh.
No one can fit behind me, but I can fit in it.
And if a truck
yeah.
being way
I
bigger
remember
than it
you
used to be
hurt
is what
anyone who
convinces
sits
someone to sign
behind
up
you.
for a $1,200 a month car.
$70,000.
Yeah.
I thought 37 was a lot for my F-150 for
I thought it was like, wasn't it 44?
after taxes.
Yeah.
Even still, I thought that was a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Oh dear God, I'm keeping my truck till the wheels fall off it, and then some.
Car payment. Why would those car companies have any incentive to stop? It's created this cycle where I think a lot of people feel like the only way forward is to fight fire with fire. Everyone else has a giant car? Well, I guess I need to get one for myself. I remember seeing this post a few months ago where this guy talked about how lucky he was to have been driving in such a gargantuan SUV when he got in an accident because he and his family were able to walk away unharmed. And obviously, that's great that he could have ended very tragically, and I'm happy that it didn't. But for someone to see this and their takeaway to be, see, this is why everyone should buy the biggest SUV they can because it's the only way to keep your family safe. You're not taking into account the fact that in a lot of cases, these giant trucks
The
and
way
SUVs
he's
are the
phrasing
danger.
that,
Since the introduction of SUVs,
it sounds
there has been a
very
massive
similar to
increase in what are
inflation,
called
doesn't it?
front-overs. A person,
What?
usually a child,
Inflation?
getting run over
Yeah.
by an SUV by a driver
you
who
know,
can't
you-
see.
the more
Over a
money-
10-year period, over
Yeah.
500
And the more you have to
American children were
spend,
killed by being run
something
over by
like
SUVs.
that.
I
So
mean,
it's like
shit,
the
why
bigger the
stop
car.
here? I think every American
Just make
citizen
everything else
should drive around
down.
in a military-grade tank.
Shrinkflation
Yeah, you
in
might run
cars.
over a
Shrinkflation
few
in
more
cars.
kids, but as long as they're not my kids, who gives a shit? Now, of course, I cannot make a video about cars that are bigger than they need to be, and dumber than they need to be, and more dangerous than they need to be, without talking about the one that lies squarely
The
in
ugly
cross-section of that
one.
Venn diagram.
Is our internet working? Is our internet working, or does it go down?
What? Oh, you're making a joke.
The Tesla Cyber.
It makes me think of my N64.
I need to reboot my router. No, we went to Anime Matsuri. Someone coded that in the RX-79 and it was perfect. Did a wrap of it and it fit.
Yay.
Welcome to the Cybertruck Unveil.
That's the only use for that.
Why would you make it bulletproof?
Stainless steel. Really hard.
Well, they're trying to promote it to bad territory.
Wait a minute, that didn't say starting at $39,000 my ass. Those trucks are going for like
Dude, that's the truck for drug lords. They're the only ones who could afford it, and they would actually have use for the bulletproof.
But the thing is, if you're a drug lord, you don't want to get caught, and everybody sees a damn Cybertruck going down the road.
It's bulletproof.
Reckless glass, please. Oh my fucking god.
So this awesome car, which looks like when you first boot up a video game and not all of the textures have loaded in yet, was announced a couple years ago as starting at $40,000. Fast forward to today. Anyone who is driving one of these right now, the bare minimum that I've seen any of them spend, 100 grand. One of the biggest reasons for this
It's because of like all the upgrade stuff or things you probably need to put in it, I'm guessing.
That costs more than what we owe on the house.
Hey, our house is a Cybertruck.
absolutely bonkers price jump is this $20,000 foundation fee. That's
What?
right. There's an additional fee tacked on.
No!
As much as what I spent on my entire car. So you're probably
That's
dying to know what that
bullshit.
bonus gets you. Well, some people who paid for it don't even seem to know.
$20,000 for it being a foundation series. Now, I don't know what that really means or anything, but yeah, I paid it because I wanted the truck.
So at first I thought it was just that it says the word foundation on it, which would be really funny. But apparently most of what that fee is meant to be attributed to is the self-driving feature that you would otherwise have to pay a separate monthly fee to access.
Of course, it will come with autopilot standard.
Now, one tiny little thing to note about this feature is that it is not available yet, and no one can even hazard a guess as to when it will be. So as it currently stands, the only thing this $20,000 fee gives you is priority access to a car that's littered with problems.
What?
So, is this like the Fallout 76 of vehicles?
Wow.
Oh shit. Oh, we already broke it.
Who would want this?
Is completely broken. My foot is on the floor and it's not moving.
Oh God.
It just
What?
dropped down. Something's going on with the windshield. What? I got all these warnings I never seen before. I'm trying to open up the trunk. It won't respond. Going back and forth trying to close it. It won't close. It won't close. It won't close. When the tailgate's down, the camera's showing you the street. I have had enough.
At this point, I think I know more about manufacturing than anyone currently alive on Earth.
Are you serious?
Wow.
I mean, I guess the first year they made them, so they're going to have the issues that no one finds out till years later, but still.
Yeah, I guess, but again, a vehicle is not a new video game. You don't fuck around with stuff like that. Just keep it simple, for the love of cow.
I have to say, I have really enjoyed watching videos lately from people who may or may not be in denial about the absurd amount of money wasted on this stupid car. They'll make these update videos where they complain about so many things they hate about it, and then be like, and that's why it's a perfect car. And I have no regrets.
This car is definitely worth the hype. This thing
What
right
are you
here
smoking?
Is a fingerprint magnet. I just got my car washed yesterday and there's still water spots. I noticed that my roof was starting to come off. Their navigation system sucks. It's resting on the inside. It was like this.
Oh no! What?
So included with the Foundation series, you get all-weather floor mats, and if you look right up here, there's a little Cybertruck logo.
Wait, did you say floor mats for?
Wait, floor mat. I buy WireTech floor mats for all my vehicles. I assure you they ain't $20,000. Oh my god.
It's a scam.
It's like they're trying to convince themselves.
No, it's a scam.
Yep, it Probably.
All weather? Well, never mind then. They should have charged an extra $50,000. Sorry, I should be more sensitive. These people are going through enough right now. It's bad enough their car is falling apart, but they're also getting relentlessly bullied.
Oh
no! Stupid clown to spend their life. Said gay truck. That's like a truck owner's worst nightmare. What I really love about this car is that the rear view mirror doesn't work.
No,
Its
gays
view
would not
is
touch that
completely
truck.
obstructed
What?
Most of the time. I mean, if you want, you can just look down at the screen at the rear view camera. But that also becomes useless if it gets even a little bit dirty. And isn't driving through dirt kind of the whole point of having a truck? That's all they do in commercials. Now, if off-roading is the thing you want to do in this truck,
It's not an
good luck,
off-road truck.
because it doesn't seem to know how to do that.
My friend in the Forerunner wanted to take that incline challenge, and he killed. The
I can do this in my
Subaru went up that
F-150.
incline. The Cybertruck did not. make it up that incline. And once we got to about the middle of the incline,
It's a sad little
stopped, tried airing
pathetic
down to 30
car.
PSI, still did not make it up the hill.
Also, you're not going to believe this, but part of his car broke while he was doing this. How is this even happening? To be fair, though, look how easily it navigates this puddle of mud. I mean, if I tried to drive through that in my
You know,
old Civic, I literally
to be
would
honest,
have
it doesn't
crashed. But
even
this
look like
can
a
do
truck
things
at
that I've never
all.
seen any vehicle do before. Yes, technically, this road is paved, but they're still in the woods. That's got to count for something. This is the all-in-one vehicle. You can drive out in the middle of nowhere and sleep there if you want. It even comes with its own tent that you can attach to the back of the
You want a tent?
for an
You
additional
could just get a camper for your...
$3,000 for a tent? Eat my ass.
Oh my goodness, that reminded me of the canvas bag scandal for Fallout 76. You remember?
Oh, yeah.
Where they advertised it as something better than what you actually get.
Yeah.
Pretty big tent for like $100. You'd probably assume that this thing is decked out with premium features. No, it's just a tent. A 1-inch thin mattress, a couple of straps, a zipper that barely works. But since
You
it's an
could just go
official
to
Tesla
Walmart
product,
and get
you
a
know you're
basic
getting that
tent
signature
cheaper
high-quality engineering.
and stick it on the roof.
It even comes with a bicycle pump, so you can spend 10 minutes manually blowing it up. For $3,000,
No!
you should be able to hit a button and watch this thing assemble itself. It is crazy to me how much they're able to overcharge for the most basic shit. Cosmetically, this stainless steel, absolutely gorgeous. It does pick up the occasional fingerprint if you touch it at all. But as long as you don't get in the car or anywhere near the car, you've got nothing to worry about. And if it does get a little spotty, not a problem. Just take it to a car
Ew.
wash. But if you do that, make sure you put it on car wash mode first. Otherwise, it'll break the truck.
What?
Why is that a thing?
Oh, because you got to put a truck in neutral to roll it down the car wash, and they don't have a button for neutral. That's why.
What?
You know how we go in the car wash, you got to put it in neutral?
Yeah.
They probably don't have a neutral button on this.
That's dumb.
Yes.
And void your warranty.
The Cybertruck
What?
does not work anymore. Listen to the noise this thing makes. Popping sound. What did I do different? Today,
So it became
took
bubble
it to the
wrap.
Car wash, make sure all the sand's off. Then I pulled it in the garage and nothing.
This thing is practically invincible. You can hit it with a hammer. You can hit it with a shopping cart. But if it gets any bugs on it, you need to clean that off immediately or you will ruin it forever. The Cybertruck is also famously bulletproof for some reason. Although I'm not really sure why they've made that one of the primary selling points.
When you shoot a normal
I told
truck,
you, drug
the bullets go
lord.
in one side, straight through, and out the other side. You cannot hide behind the vehicle to be safe, so it's something to keep in mind.
Keep in mind for what? Who are you marketing this car to? John Wick? The things they chose to prioritize while making this
The
truck
car is
are
marketed
baffling.
to
Who gives a
stupid
shit that
people.
it's bulletproof?
People with
If the
money.
material they had to use to
People
make it
are
that way
dumb.
makes it so razor sharp you cut
I'm
your hand
sorry,
every
if I
time you
had
open the
money,
door.
I
Who
wouldn't be
cares
buying
how
this.
Did you hear
strong
that?
the
What?
People, the edges are sharp. You actually cut your fingers on it.
So it's a knife car.
Yeah.
I want one now.
Interior is if it can't even
If
get
it's
wet. They're
sharp,
calling it a car
wait,
made for any
wait, if
planet.
you sharpen it,
Why don't we start
you
with
could
making it
drive
work on
a
this?
sword.
Safety goes. I've seen conflicting reports about this.
Okay, I'm on board for this thing now.
And if you look at the photos from the
Oh.
internet, you might think, wow, this truck is invincible. It barely got a scratch on it. Meanwhile, the guy in the Corolla is probably seriously hurt,
Ooh.
right? No, he's fine. The problem with this rigid outer body is that cars are designed to crumple in an accident. That's their way of absorbing as much force as possible. If your car doesn't crumple, that force will be passed on to the passengers inside.
Oh, so you're just
So while the
dead.
Cybertruck may look like the world's most indestructible car, a lot of people who know more about physics than I do aren't so sure this is a good thing. I think what Tesla has done the most successfully with this truck is make it so their target audience doesn't care about any of these problems. I've seen people online who are actively enduring nightmare situations still go out of their way to defend this company. Cybertruck broke down on my first road trip with my family, lost the back motor and was unable to drive, had to get it towed 2 hours back home.
No.
First year
So
problems. Always good to wait a
delusional.
year or two on a brand new model. I know this is an early
The people defending Diddy
3/Y
also
owner,
drive
but
these
man,
cars.
Come on, I had to grab the Cybertruck. No, you didn't. And it definitely seems like you shouldn't have. I found this guy on Twitter whose experience perfectly encapsulates the Cybertruck launch. His truck broke pretty much immediately. He got that patented flashing red critical service error. Couldn't even drive it. Had to pull over. Since then, it's been in the shop for weeks with no word on how long it's going to take to fix. There's apparently at least 10 different things wrong with it. Wire harness needs replacement. Ripple
What?
in windshield. Driver's seat rubbing on center
What?
console. Headliner sagging. Chipping
What?
foundation
What?
series dashboard trim. Mobile connector provided with Cybertruck not charging the truck past 6 amps. Front misalignment. One side is
Wait,
higher.
what?
Rear side arch misalignment sticking up. It could be another month.
For a brand new $100,000 car.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell him you can fucking keep it and get my money back. Shit.
Yeah,
Before this guy
no.
gets his $100,000 car back. In the meantime, they're making up for all the trouble they've caused him by letting him borrow a regular Model 3 Tesla, which he himself described as being filthy with a strong, unpleasant odor that has persisted even after he went to the trouble of cleaning it inside and out. And it
Is
is
a dead person
fascinating
car.
to watch this guy, who has been absolutely fucked by Tesla, continue to go to war on Elon's behalf. People often criticize
Cope.
what they don't fully grasp, but the moment you take the wheel of a Cybertruck, everything
Who brings a
changes. You'll quickly
Cybertruck to
discover that all other
Walmart?
trucks pale.
Well, they have to. They spent all the money on the Cybertruck.
in the Cybertruck shack. Hey guys, it's been like 2 weeks since you took my car. Are you almost done fixing it? Or? They've got it all twisted. Instead of comparing the Cybertruck to other trucks, they should compare the other EV truck's features and capabilities to those of the Cybertruck. Then
On how
it
they're
becomes
far
clear just
superior?
how superior the Cybertruck is.
No,
and
no,
how the
no,
other
no.
trucks
They are
stuck
the
in
superior ones. The
dinosaur era.
Cybertruck
My
is
car
the
has been in
faulty
shop
one.
for its entire life so far. Do you think I'm ever going to be able to drive it again? While other trucks are busy playing catch up, the Cybertruck
ugly
is always
too.
being the undisputed champion. Hating on the Cybertruck might get you more engagement and clicks, but I'll never fake it to make it. I
You know, it
love
would be
my
cool if you could
Cybertruck.
just
Really wish I
sharpen
could
it and actually just use it as a sword.
Still no update.
So you can run people over?
Yeah. Like, think about it in the zombie apocalypse.
But he seems to be
You just
more mad at the
cleave
people
all
telling
the
him he's
zombies
been
with your
scammed
sword
than
truck?
at the company that actually scammed him. I spent so much time this month watching videos of people driving this car, and talking about this car, and hating on this car. But at the end of the day, it's not fair for me to fully judge something that I've never even seen in person, let alone actually driven. Sure, I can pick and choose clips that fit the argument I'm trying to make, but can I really condemn something I've never even stepped foot inside? No. But then I found out there's an app you can use to rent other people's cars for a day, so I spent
Oh.
$700 to pretend I own a Cybertruck.
Huh?
Love that sound.
I'm confused. What?
He rented one for a day.
Nothing's here. I don't like how many buttons I have to press to, like, turn the AC off.
But he said you rented other people's.
Yeah, so people rent their cars out.
Steering wheel, you barely have to
Ow.
turn it. You don't need
Yeah.
to brake.
Why would you
Instinctively,
do
when I'm
that?
slowing down, I
I
wanna take
don't
my
know.
foot
Make
off the
extra money.
accelerator and brake, but it brakes when you let go of the
But then what do you
accelerator,
do
so
when
it's,
it
like, really jerky.
if you
I
if
guess
the
I-
Whoa, did you hear that
That
part?
if
No,
I
I did not.
Okay, I'll back it up for a second. When he was describing how he drives.
How's what?
Okay, listen to this
For a
part.
truck as big as this is, I don't love how sensitive everything is. The steering wheel, you barely have to turn it. You don't need to brake. I instinctively, when I'm slowing down, I want to take my foot off the accelerator and brake, but it brakes when you let go of the accelerator, so it's like really jerky. I guess
You hear that part. So you know how you have trouble with the brakes, driving?
Uh-huh.
It brakes when it made you let off the gas.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Also,
bad.
the steering wheel looks like a rectangle. A rounded rectangle.
I've seen one Tesla, it's just two handles like this.
Oh, like a video game?
Yeah,
thingy?
kind of.
I would get used to that if I drove it more often, but so far it's just like I feel like I'm really drawing a lot of attention to myself. Going to a Costco parking lot, probably a bad idea. Everyone is turning and looking.
When I drive, I do not want to be perceived or looked at.
That guy right there is stopping to look at us right now.
Yeah, because you're driving a truck that the graphics haven't loaded yet.
When we got inside Costco, though, something weird happened. People stopped looking at me. I had to get
all these normies. Oh my
You're the main character on the road.
Okay. So many steps to open the mirror. They have
What?
something called karaoke? Took me, shook me, feeling me, singing.
Why?
You can sing karaoke while you're driving down.
No! Are you kidding me?
Nope.
My headphone fell out because I'm so shocked. I mean, I love karaoke, but while driving?
Yeah.
You need to have like that Pokemon Go feature where it's like, hey, are you paying attention to the road? And then you have to push it to...
No, there's a new thing they're talking about where you can actually talk to other people in Teslas while you're driving. Think of the old COD days where people used to say slurs.
Oh.
Can you just imagine that?
It's like people with NFTs where they just have their own little...
That's a whole new rabbit hole we should go down sometime.
No, I think maybe they're dying out by now.
Yeah, because they went broke.
Good.
Viewer said you cannot use this rearview mirror. It is just complete darkness in there. It is very smooth to drive. It doesn't feel like you're driving a giant truck. But I kind of wish it did. If you forget that your car weighs 7,000 pounds and you're driving it like it doesn't, like I just feel like it's way too easy to accelerate as fast as you can and slice someone in half, which I'd rather not do.
It was a beautiful spring
I'd want
day
to slice
outside,
someone
so
in
the next
half.
thing on my agenda was a romantic picnic in the park with my lovely wife.
What's wrong? You hardly touched your cereal. You don't want Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I got a banana instead.
I've driven a little bit now.
It
I'm
looks
pretty
so
sure
uncomfortable
every
to
time
sit
I've
in,
parked and
too.
gotten out so far,
Yeah.
I've left the car on because I don't know how to turn it off. There's not like a button or anything.
Wait, there's
but
no...
I finally figured out.
You just don't notice there's no door handles.
How do you get in?
You gotta use that little key or your phone to get into the...
This is the most unpractical vehicle ever.
I would rather have my F-150 with big mud tires on it than this damn thing any day of the week.
Your Thunderbird is more practical than this.
It's very intuitive.
Well, it was made when people had brains.
Yeah.
And then was it safety, right? And then you scroll all the way down. And you want to scroll past Joe mode. Don't put it on Joe mode.
What?
Then you just hit power off.
What?
So
Did you see all the steps he had to do to turn the damn thing off?
What happened to keys? I miss keys.
Well, the Prius, it was half electric. When even it was on but the motor wasn't running, it would say run or off. You knew when that car was on or off.
Right.
This is so impractical. Anybody in chat's got a Cybertruck? Let me know.
You think we would have anyone in chat
And that's how you turn
who
off
would
the
own a
Getting a truck to sit in my
Cybertruck?
garage was a lot closer of a
You
Oh.
think anyone with money would waste the time to watch us?
every single day.
And that's how you park a Tesla Cybertruck in your garage.
Despite all my issues with the truck, the more I drove it around the city, and
Oh, you can play
felt
games.
the enamored stare.
Again.
I was
Oh.
reminded of what the guy I rented it from told me. You'll feel like a celebrity. And god damn it, he was right. I've never felt more popular. What is that freaking Brad Pitt?
You know
over there?
what?
Nope. Just a little
We
old
could feel
me
like a
driving
celebrity
the
too
best
in
truck
our
the world.
vehicle
Please, no pictures.
just
I'm
by
a regular person
adding
just like
an
you.
Atashi wrap to it.
I don't care how much it
Waifu truck, waifu truck, we need
I
waifu
don't want
truck.
Hey, can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure, but make it quick.
Ever since you've been driving that car, you've been acting kind of weird.
How exactly do you mean?
You're like a completely different person now.
Oh.
You know, we don't have an Atashi wrap on any of our vehicles, but we do have a butt ton of waifu stickers. Do you think we get a lot of attention?
Oh, tell me how I knew
Hmm?
you'd bring that up.
Do you?
It's true.
Do you what?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Do you
deal
think
with
we
this
get
right
a lot
now.
of
I need to
attention
go clear
because
my
of our
head. I'm
waifu
gonna take a
stickers?
nice
Oh, yeah,
scenic
definitely.
ride dangerously close to the edge of a cliff. We interrupt this slow motion car montage with some breaking news. Somehow the Cybertruck just got even dumber. Tesla has officially recalled all 3,800 of the vehicles due to a problem with the accelerator. Turns out the pedal has a cheap plastic cover over it that's been fastened on so poorly, it's sliding off, getting lodged under the piece in front of it, and causing drivers to go as fast as this stupid car can go.
It held the accelerator down 100%. Full throttle.
This is a real thing that's actually happening. We here at
Are
Channel
you
300
serious?
News urge you, if your husband is about to drive one of these death traps around a cliff, you must go stop him. His life could be in danger.
Honey, I just saw on the news.
He's a big, strong truck. That's right.
I had to give the truck back last night. It was one of the hardest moments of my life. Technically, I still had a few hours left on the rental, but Amanda said she felt weird or something. I don't know. It's all a blur. Final thoughts on the truck. I think it should cost $1 million, and I wish it had 2 accelerator pedals and no brakes.
I
so
think
could
it
drive
should just
twice
be
as fast.
free.
Never have to stop.
Free for any brave soul who wants to drive in it. Yay! So that was a Cybertruck. Oh, kitty.
Kitty. But yeah,
My kitty's prettier.
which
Man.
one?
The best one, of
Well,
course.
So how you feel on the future of automobiles?
No, we're talking about kitties now.
No, we were talking about the previous.
No,
Yes.
Grandpa Kitty's best kitty.
Anyway, thanks for watching our video. If you see us, check us out on YouTube. Bye.